Alright, y'all. Alright, y'all. Let me take this mask off. Whew, that feels good. Never really noticed much of a difference between the mask on, mask off, but now that I have a lot of facial hair, I notice a difference. It's definitely, my face isn't as tight. It's definitely easier to speak because my face just takes up so much more space in the mask and stuff, and my nose itches a lot more because my fucking mustache, like the mask will push my mustache hairs like into my nostril and shit and gets all ticklish. So, yeah, whew, feels good. Alright, so it's 7 a.m. currently. I just finished my second to last shift. Later today at 10 p.m., I have my last shift. And let me tell you, this was like the best shift I've ever had at this job. It was fucking hilariously super chill and awesome. Because that worker I don't get along with very well, because I just don't think she does a good job, really, and doesn't communicate very well to me. But she does fine with others. I don't know. She don't like me or something. Whatever it is, she's there for 5 minutes today. And this is gonna be like your girlfriend bitching about work, the video, because I'm just gonna fucking talk about my work life. So that's this video. So here we go, story time. So this girl, she's there for like 5 minutes. I see her for like 5 minutes. It's only me and her work in the dairy section. And then she just disappears. I didn't even really notice. I thought she was in the cooler, maybe working on juices or milk or something. Apparently, and she's left. I don't know if she got sick or what, but apparently she just left. So it was literally me just working the dairy section alone. My fucking manager Nathan comes by and tells me, gotta be like 6 or 7 times, you gotta finish this by lunch. This has to be done by lunch, which is stuff they say to us every day, but never happens. So I'm like, yeah, you know, I hear it every day. Sure, yeah, it'll be done by lunch. I work the whole time. And when it's done is when I finish. Like, I only have 2 hands. I work the whole time, and I don't stay in my breaks overtime like everyone else who works there does. So there's nothing I can do about that. Like, I can start running. Do you want me to start running? That's a fucking safety hazard. No, they don't want me to run around. So what they want you to do, if anything, is cut corners, which is what we're gonna get to later. So our management this whole week, there's these floating aisles in dairy that no one ever fills up. And they're like, oh, this whole week, in the whole half week before that, they're telling us, oh yeah, fill these floating aisles. Just put the stuff in there, pile it up. Like, if just make sure it doesn't go over the glass, put it in there. And then today, they tell us our like head area manager is coming in to inspect the store, which we'll get into a little bit of that philosophy of inspection in a minute. So back to these floating aisles, which are the aisles in the middle. It's not like a wall aisle. It's like, I don't know, it's like that bullshit stuff that's in the middle of the section of the aisles, like in the middle of the store. I don't know, it's hard to explain. Like, if you're in the grocery section of store and they have like all like, you know, like the tubs of tomatoes and stuff and apples and whatever, that's like a floating aisle. You could, I don't know if I'm explaining that well enough, but that's a floating aisle, okay? And so today, they're like, oh yeah, these floating aisles can't be filled up past this mark here, and there's this little white sticky note thing in each and every one of them that says, don't fill past this point. And there, a ton of them are filled past that point. We're like, whoa. Okay, boss. So, you know, it's just like our management to teach us one thing for a whole week and a half, and then the day the head guy comes to inspect the store, they're like, oh, do the store by the book. Do it by the book. When I started this location, they would tell me things like, just get it on the shelf. Don't even put it in the right spot. Just get it on the shelf. Just make sure it goes up. Just don't send it back. That's shit they used to tell me. Then they used to tell me, don't send too much, for months, don't send too much overstock back. We don't want anything sent back. Put it on the top stock. And don't put anything loose up there. And then they're like, don't put any boxes up there, which we used to put boxes up there too. So it's like everything we were taught is now getting flipped, which is good if it was good advice or good practices we were getting flipped by, but most of them aren't. And the ones that they're flipping us today are only because the fucking head manager guy is coming. So now they want to do everything by the book. So now we all need our vests on, and now we all need masks, and now we all need name tags, and now we all can't have our fucking headphones in. They didn't say anything about headphones, but, I took mine out. I'm not trying to get singled out or some shit. So, yeah, it's just fucking hilarious to see my managers be like, uh-oh, the head manager's coming in. We gotta clean up our act and act like we actually know what the fuck we're doing, and act like we're not cutting every goddamn corner in this store. So, head manager guy comes in and fucking rips my incompetent head manager, Nathan. Well, there's his name, I said it. Fucking rips his, oh my god, just roast my fucking manager for what seemed like 2 hours. Could have been more. Probably was more than 2 hours. Probably 2.5 hours. I am seeing this Nathan follow this guy around, and this guy just scold him for 2.5 hours, bro. Like my second to last day, this manager that I have had so much trouble with, and I think his leadership is just some of the worst job leadership I've ever seen. And seeing this head manager guy just roast him for 2.5 hours, ooh, boy, let me tell you, I wish it didn't, but it put a fat smile on my face under my mask, man. I was like, damn, finally getting what is coming to him. I've been trying to help Nathan. Oh my god. Dude, that dude, he definitely needed a leadership slap on the wrist. My goodness. And I'm just watching this head manager fucking roast him. So I'm bringing our overstock pallet back to the cooler, and I don't know if it's a lot of overstock, because this is the only Walmart I've ever done overstock at. And I'm bringing it back, and they're walking out, and he goes, is this all the overstock? And I say, yes sir, this is all the overstock. And I have fucking no reservations about it, because I know our management needs help. I know they deserve to be scolded. I know our head guy needs to see this shit, or it's never gonna fucking change for the people that at this job that I'm leaving behind, because I just can't stand this job anymore. Oh my god, dude. And I just know I know fucking Nathan was sweating there, and I know this fucking head manager guy was just ripping him a new one about all this shit. And Nathan's trying to explain to him why there's so much overstock and blah blah blah, and he's stammering, he can't get the words out. He's just falling apart, dude. My head manager's literally falling apart at this dude's feet. So later, alright, so here's another thing. So there's this other manager that I have, a regular, that doesn't like me very much, and she doesn't like me because she doesn't like anyone who is ever right to her about anything. She'll hold that grudge against you, and I usually don't, especially if it's a figure of authority. I'm not gonna engage with a figure of authority or my manager or something unless I know I've already won that battle, or am correct, or have a good way to bridge some sort of consensus, some sort of connection and communication to them. I don't go up to my managers ready to just fucking slam them down. I try to help them, and even though these managers are completely incompetent, don't want the help, aren't seeking the help, and aren't open to receiving help, this chick has all that it's part of her personality, not just her negligence or aloofness or not caring enough. Okay, am I explaining this correctly? This chick she's just a shovey person. okay? This is just like an elbow shover of a human being. And so me and this manager don't get along because I was right about something, and I had our management change one of our operations to be much more efficient, and actually had them talk to her and our other subordinate managers that our employees were not receiving proper training. We weren't all trained the same. We needed to be retrained, or at least clarified on, or corrected in some capacity. And Nathan agreed with me on that, and had a talk with all of them after I had tried floating this idea to each and every one of them individually. So I literally worked up the chain of command. I went to all my subordinate managers, tried to get them to retrain us and get them to understand that none of us knew what the fuck we were doing, and they couldn't get it done because they were too busy running around with their heads chopped off because everything in our store is a fucking fire. It's a disaster. Our management only approaches a situation, attacks a situation when it's collapsing, when it is literally right in front of their face and they can't go around it. When it's a disaster and they're like, uh-oh, crisis, uh-oh, new crisis, uh-oh, new crisis. That's how our manager fucking moves around the store. It's a disaster. So, anyhow, stemming from that first disagreement between me and this woman, this subordinate manager, and I wasn't even trying to make it a disagreement. She was just from the jump out to get me. She accused me of a bunch of shit, like wanting to stay overtime, to like overclock my hours, or trying to make a bunch of work for another department instead of ours, even though literally we were doing extra work for our department, and that extra work that department had to do was part of their job in the first place. Like, this shit isn't even our fucking responsibility. Like, oh my god, this is what it's a, and I literally told her, like, I get what you're coming from. This is gonna like increase the workload for this team who hasn't been doing this job that they're supposed to do, and you're telling me they already don't have enough time or some shit, maybe. And I'm like, that's something we need to talk about, and that's something we need to talk to our head manager about. We gotta assess these teams and figure out if this is something we can do. I want to have this talk because I feel like if we can pull this off, it's going to improve both the areas of our store. It's going to help both our departments. Like, literally trying to employ actually nuanced bridge building, good leadership skills, and then this woman just came at me like just fucking attacking me. And I had another dude who was there with me, heard everything, and he was completely on my side. Like, I'm not just trying to pigeonhole this woman, what is it, steel man her or some shit. I'm not trying to, what's the word, straw man. I'm not trying to paint a foul picture of this person. She really just has terrible leadership and is super brushy, bro. She doesn't want to do shit. So, just an extremely incompetent manager is the best way to sum her up. So today, she comes up to me and she's like, who overstocked this etc. on the floating aisle? She doesn't even say it like that. Let me start over. So, this is how the conversation went, like kind of like word for word. I'm dragging this big pallet by. I can't see her position. She goes, who overstocked this floating pallet? And I just keep carrying my shit because I didn't fucking do it. So, I'm just keep rolling my shit by. She goes, Corey, did you overstock this or whatever? And I'm like, hold on, I don't know what you're talking about. She yells back to me, it's either a yes or a no question. And like from the jump, you can just tell this chick's intent is really foul. Like, I don't know if she's just fucking stressed about this manager coming, or she was so stressed she should have been operating on a better standard operating procedure. Make sure that shit was actually done. Make sure her team was actually trained and accepted some fucking ownership of the situation and of her team's work. But no, she came at it right from the jump looking to fucking yell at me or something. So I say, hold on, I'm getting over there. She goes, fucking, she's pissed off. Like, oh my god, this woman. So I put my thing down because I know she's fucking got her what's-sos in the bunch. And I go over there, I take fucking half a second look at it, and I say, no, I didn't do that. And I walk away and I go back to work. And she's like, well, who did this? She said, you didn't do this? No one else was here. I said, no, I didn't do that. It was like that when I got here. And I actually knew it was like that when I got there because I took note of it. Earlier in the day, I looked at it and I said, wow, that looks like shit. It wasn't dangerous or anything. Like, if it was a danger or a hazard, that's obviously number one in, like, your to-do list. Address hazards at work. It wasn't a hazard. It just looked like shit. And it wasn't something that I hadn't seen every single day I had worked there for 4 to 5 months. So, I'm like, yeah, whatever. I have shit to do that I'm already not going to get done. Like, I don't have time to fucking fix up the store. Even if your fucking top manager guy's coming, like, I need to get my work done because I have my head manager screaming down my neck, it's got to be done by lunch. It's literally just me. So, yeah, disaster. So anyhow, hold on. So anyhow, I was like, oh my god, okay, Melissa's just looking to just be a total B to me. And that's another name drop. Oh well, it happens. So, Jesus, man. So back to my head manager and the regional manager. I'll try to use those terms from now on because I realize it might be getting confusing. So, wait, hold on. Let's go back to the sub-female commander here. So, this fucking 2-department thing for better teamwork and that I was proposing in leadership, I had my little co-workers who looked to me for leadership, unlike our actual managers, which is fucking crazy. I had them do it one day because I had done it for the first time earlier that week, and I had that department of our store looking the best it's ever looked. And our regional manager had actually walked through it and told my manager for that day that it was the best he'd seen it and that it was a phenomenal job. And my manager of that day was fucking telling everyone about the kick-ass job I did. And yeah, I owned that shit. It was kick-ass. I really gave a fuck that day. Anyhow, so she goes, oh yeah, you're gonna make too much work. The sub manager, she tells me, you're gonna make too much work for us or whatever. I said, she said, there's gonna be 20 carts up front with items and we don't have enough people for that. And I said, I don't think that is going to be the case. It wasn't the case when I did it, and I think if our team was properly trained, as I have trained a few of our people to do this, I think it's going to turn out fine. I think we can get it done with the proper leadership. She's like, no, blah, blah, blah. She doesn't want to fucking build a bridge. Okay, all right, okay. Let me talk to our head manager. Let's get all the managers together and let's talk about this and see what's plausible, what's feasible, what we can do to address this problem, because it's something that we are lacking on. It's something our regional manager hits us on. It's something our actual managers every single fucking day hit us on. It's like the only thing our managers even yell at us for, and they don't yell at us for fucking shit at this job. We do so much shit at this job that is like unbelievable, like that people can do at a fucking store. Anyhow, I went up there at the end of the shift when she said we were gonna have way too much work set for the next team of people. There was one fucking cart up there. I took a picture of it. One food cart from our area. One. I took a picture of that shit, and the next day she comes up to me and she said, I told you it ended up like that. It ended up just like I told you. There was tons of carts up front. Tons of carts. That's why you can't do that. That's what my fucking chick manager told me. Little does she know, I took pictures. I took pictures, dude. I know there was one fucking car up there. I'm not gonna say that to her. And you're asking yourself, why? Why wouldn't you say that to her? You don't want to dunk on this manager who's being completely unreasonable, is terrible at leadership, and needs to get retrained, readdressed, or fired? Like, why? Oh, dude, it's because I want her to stay away from me. One, I want her to stay away from me. Two, I already know she's disingenuous and a liar. I'd probably like make her like brain clock shoot out gears if I told her that I knew she was lying to me. Three, I now know she's a liar, but she doesn't know that I know that she is a liar and lying to me because I took pictures. And four, she's not like my manager, like italicized. My manager is this other fucking dude that I have a good relationship with. That's my manager. This chick manager, I got no interest, and I got no interest in that. I tried to help her. She is, I don't know, dude. She's just one of those personalities. She did not want it. She didn't want that. So I got other people I need to fucking help at that store, man. And that I did spend my time helping. And I got the head manager to redress her anyway, so. Yup. So anyhow, yeah, she was just fucking out, fucking yelling at me for some shit I didn't do. Fucking from the jump. I can't even see what she's talking about. It's a yes or no answer. Dude, I don't even know what you're talking about. What do you mean it's a yes or no answer? And it's no. So when I say it's no, and she believe me, she says to me, well, when she tells me, you're the only one over here, you had to have done it. And I said, no, it was like that when I got here. She said, no, it's not like that when you got here. We have pictures. Like, holy shit. Like, this is the most Karen thing I've ever fucking heard. Okay, I want to say, all right, pull them up, cause I didn't fucking do it. What do you think? You think I lie to you, huh? Your experience of me, literally, it is. Would anyone at this store think that I would lie straight to their face, like from their interactions with me? I don't. It's fucking ridiculous, dude. I couldn't believe she said it. We had pictures. Don't make me go pull the pictures up. Because I'll go pull the fucking pictures up and I'll show you. That shit was like that when I got here. So, fucking back to my head manager and the regional manager. He's roasting this guy. And regional manager comes up and talks to me. He goes, did you do your CDL training or something? I don't really know what it was. I said, what? Did you do your crisis assessment? I said, yeah, I think I did. I think I did that. I did something like that not too long ago. We all had to do it. I said, is that the assessment you're talking about? Like, what assessments are you referring to? And he just ends his conversation there, like he had partly just asked me to just kind of like confirm to himself without even like weighing what I said all that much. Like, I don't, yeah. So he just like asked me, and I was like, yeah, I think I did. What assessment are you referring to? And then he stops the conversation right there, which is noteworthy because I think that indicated he just wanted to hear it said so he could be like, I fucking asked someone. I just kind of just to like refer to himself what he just couldn't believe, what he was baffled by. So my head manager then comes up to me and he's like, oh, yeah, just make sure you get that. He's like literally right in front of the regional manager, right after the regional manager is visibly pissed that I didn't know what he was talking about. And I'm not sweating at all because I did try to do it. And my last day is tomorrow. And I know my head manager is getting fucking roasted today. So honest to God, it kind of made me smile a bit. Because I was like, yeah, you're right. None of us have done our required training. You're right. Like, I wanted to tell the regional manager that, but I'm not gonna be that blunt, right? So yeah, it was pretty fucking funny. What's even funnier is that then my head manager comes up to me and he's like, oh, did you do your training? And his face is fucking cherry red, dude. He is sweating in his fucking boots, dude. He's on fire. He's so scared. He has just been getting roasted for like 2 hours. Oh my God. And I was like, yeah, I think I did that. And he's like, oh, make sure you get it in or whatever. And I don't remember what I said to him. I said something to him. And I kind of forgot because what happened next captured my attention so much. I fucking forgot what I was saying. Because whatever it is I said to him, my head manager, he was so fucking scared of his performance that day that whatever it is he said after that was a total non sequitur. It had nothing to do with what I just said. And it was like almost not a complete sentence even. He barely got it out. His tongue barely fucking moved. He couldn't speak, bro. He was so fucking nervous, and his face just looks like a red door. Oh my god. Oh my god. Holy shit, bro. Luckily, one of my coworkers heard that. And I was like, dude, did you catch that part where what he said to me was not related to what we were talking about? He's like, yeah, I saw that. Yo, I didn't imagine that shit. And when he was looking at me, it's like he was looking through me. It's like he was looking through me, dude. Holy shit. After months and months of dealing with this guy's bullshit, to just see him get his comeuppance for completely failing us, I gotta say, was poetic. It was poetic. And I gotta say, you know, as a departing gift, pretty fine. Pretty funny. If nothing else, it's funny, alright? It's funny to me. I think it's kind of funny. It's not funny. It's not fucking funny, because I've had to suffer for months under this dude, and so has everyone else. And I've had to pick up the slack in the capacity that I can. In that sense, it's not funny, but it can be funny and not funny. So, today, I thought shit was funny. So, that's rough, man. I hope they make some changes. I hope this wakes them up, but I don't think it will all that much. Story has gotten better since I started there, but it's still really bad. Like, if people saw what was going on in there, I don't know about all that. I can't talk too much about it, too. I don't think so. But, gee, man, yeah, I'm just done with Walmart. It's fucking rough there, man. Our managers are just the epitome of incompetence. My one dude manager, he does his job. He gets shit done. He actually trains a few people even under him. Like, wow. It makes him look like a fucking golden angel compared to these other two managers who are just awful. Just awful. Like, damn. Having a manager that's supposed to be helping you but then decides to talk to on, like, their cell phone for, like, an hour, like, literally right next to you while you're busting ass. It's fucking insulting. I can't believe them sometimes. Cannot believe them. Drain the swamp. Drain the motherfucking swamp. I'm ditching the swamp, dude. I'm leaving the swamp altogether. I'm getting out of this fucking place. Look at that. You can see the sunset. This is in the way. Pretty. It looks really nice from here. I'm not going to show my street, though, but... So, yeah, that was my day. I made some good partings with the employees there. Like, I told the employees that I really appreciated that it was great working with them, that I thought they worked hard, and I thought they were good people, which I think will mean a lot to them coming from me, just compared to how everyone treats me there. Like, I don't want to fucking talk about myself or, like, try to spin a caricature or some shit about me. Like, this is that scenario where you just leave that up to other people to do for you, and everyone at this fucking job would do that for me. It's really reassuring. It's kind of fucking astounding. I almost don't like thinking about it, too, because it kind of weirds me out. Like, ugh. Like, people can really see me, like... almost like in a way better than I see myself, because it's coming from someone else, you know, and you always have to kind of second guess from yourself. Especially when it comes from men, too. Like, men aren't out here trying to suck your dick, like, proverbially, right? Like, so to get compliments or, like, repeatedly about the same things and stuff, like, you gotta think that shit's probably, like, how you gonna deny that? It's probably fucking true if all these fucking guys are saying it to me. It's really humbling. I don't know. I feel honorful about it. As silly as it sounds coming from a fucking Walmart. I feel honored. I feel honored for my Walmart team. But really, you know, people, Walmart or not, man, I feel honored from those people saying that to me. It feels really fucking good. So, I wish them the best of luck. They're all going to miss me. There's this guy, just quickly I'm going to wrap this up. There's this guy I work with there who has a disease, you could say, and he's had it rough. He's had a real rough life in a lot of ways. Told me a lot of these stories. Because you gotta remember, man, we're working overnight, okay? When you're late in the night, no one's been around for months. It's quiet sometimes. Like today didn't play the music, so it was just dead quiet. On those days, some of that shit comes out, man to man, you know? Both in the same boat, both want to get out, both kind of like against the management, like we're just trying to fucking float ourselves because they won't help us. And, you know, sticking with the good workers versus the workers that don't do shit or anything like that. Or are going to get you in trouble. Which we didn't have all that many, to be honest. But we knew who they were, you know? And, yeah, you know, so that some of that stuff came out. And he told me a lot of stories that I'm not going to share on this channel. Because I feel like, I don't know. Maybe once I get out of here or some time has passed, maybe I'd think about it, but I gotta think about sharing those kind of things on video just yet. And if I do, I want to feel right about it. I'm not sure I feel right about it just yet, so I'm gonna wait. But he told me that one time when he was in the hospital that, I don't know, his parents or someone got him these little snack things that we stock. I think they're called P3s. They're like $1.25. They have 3 different ingredients. They're supposed to be like high protein snack, portable pack items. And he told me he got the ham, turkey, cheddar cheese one because they thought he wouldn't throw it up. And I guess he didn't. So today, last day with him, I gave him one of those. He was in the break room. I came by and just slapped it on the table right in front of him. I said, "This is for you." To let him sort of know that I was listening, and I hope, no matter what stage of his condition he's in, I hope he gets better and all that. And I think he understood that. He was kind of shocked, man. He had a huge fucking smile, laughed a bit when I gave it to him. Again, like man to man, sometimes that can be a little bit hard, but I think it went well. You know, I want to be good at that shit. I do. I want to be good at bridging those guy-to-guy gaps.